Here we are at Cricket Australia's National Masters Championships. With me is Cricket Australia's National Indoor Manager, Paul Milo. Paul, how's the week been for you?
It's been a big week. Started on Sunday here at Silverwater, and games been going all day, all night, throughout the entirety of the week, and it's been some fantastic games coming right down to the wire. We just saw a fantastic end to the preliminary final for the 40s with New Zealand Northern getting through in the last couple of balls, and so many games have come down to that last ball, or even teams been ahead into that last over and then getting knocked off. So it's been some amazing cricket play through the week. Unbelievable
to watch, and I mean, look, 2014 saw one team dominate. Is it the same this year?
Well, they're Queensland. They're going into all the grand finals, so that's a big start for them. But so we've got here the 30s, 35s, 40s, 45s, and 50s. Essentially, Queensland and New South Wales through to the finals in basically all of the divisions, but Victoria have managed to get through into to the 30s grand final, and our friends from across the ditch, Northern New Zealand, are also through into their grand final. They got through to the grand final last year in the 40s, and looking to go one step further against Queensland tomorrow.
So we'll start off with the 30s, and Queensland have been dominant, but it was also good to see Victoria maybe knock off last year's grand finalists in New South Wales on the last ball.
It was an amazing last over that we witnessed. New Zealand having, New South Wales actually taking the lead by as many as 7 or 8 runs early in that last over. In the last 7 balls, 3 wickets for no runs scored off the bat whatsoever. Victoria coming from nowhere to sneak through to the grand final. So I think the teams that have got through earlier to the grand final with that extra break after such a long week will be favoured, but the momentum that you can get from such a big win when you're not really favoured to win at that stage of the game to get through will be fantastic for the Vics.
And that game will obviously be live streamed through indoor.cricket.com.au. Appropriate links will be showing up on the website. Do you have a tip for us of the 30s?
Look, I think Queensland, but again, just that momentum. The guys that would have come from nowhere would be, a couple of minutes to go in that game. The Vics would have been thinking our game's over. All right, what are we going to be doing? Now they've got another chance. So that sort of momentum will give that little bit of adrenaline going through. But if I had to pick a winner, I would pick Queensland.
So we'll roll straight into the 35s, and it's the battle of 2014 again, New South Wales versus Queensland. We're in the Origin mode. Can you run us through the 35s and how they've come into the grand final?
Yeah, it's been a fairly even week. Those two teams certainly have dominated, and look, they have dominated that age group for a little while. But it's been relatively even throughout the course of the week there. So it's going to be tough to pick a winner. I can't split this game. Sorry.
I'm thinking Queensland. They've come in quite well, and they are the defending champions. So also live streamed, indoor.cricket.com.au. We can't plug that enough. We're all straight into the 40s, and a bit of a trans-Tasman feel about this one. We've got Queensland versus New Zealand. Now it's the same final as last year. Queensland coming up on top last year. Do you think maybe the same result?
I'd be staggered if Queensland don't get up in this one. They've won all 10 games leading into it. The way that the formats are is that each pair plays off against another pair throughout the course of the game. So 4 pairs. They've actually, of the 40 pairs throughout the course of the week, they've won 38 of the skin pairs. So just about unbeatable. But it's fantastic. So it's not the New Zealand. The actual national team, they do break it up into their northern, central and southern region. So it is essentially like a state versus state. So they're not getting the advantage of a country versus a state. But so New Zealand Northern are in there, and good luck to them. But it's going to be a tough ask.
As you did mention at the start, New Zealand are coming in with a little bit of momentum. They did knock off New South Wales. It must be a huge confidence boost for them.
Yeah, look, it is. The fact that they've got off court fairly late tonight. Queensland have had that extra bit of the break, but again, as I said, good luck to them. They've made the trip across to Sydney for the event, but I can't see them getting over Queensland.
And of course, that will also be live streamed on indoor.cricket.com.au. I think that's 3 times we've said indoor.cricket.com.au.
Say it again.
Now, the last two is the 45s. Now, New South Wales take on Queensland. New South Wales actually got up in 1 last year and was the 45s. Do you think maybe they can do that again?
Well, they've actually had a pretty good record at this age group. So I think it was 4 in a row from memory that New South Wales won. So again, trying to get to that 5 in a row. If my memory serves me correct, that's right. But I'm sure someone will correct me on that. So look, again, they will take some confidence out of that. History is hard to beat. So maybe they will. Maybe this will be their division again.
And now our gentlemen are 50s. They've played with absolute tenacity through the tournament. It's been great to watch. It's been great skill. Last year was the first time the 50s was run, and it came down to the last ball. Queensland getting over the top of New South Wales by 1 run. So hopefully something in the mould of that again. What do you predict?
I would absolutely love that. I know some of the 50s guys, they've had a tough week. They've played 9 lead-up games over the course of 6 days, and there's a few sore bodies walking around. So I know whatever the result, they'll be relatively happy that they've got through the week. I would love another last ball result, but I'm going to pick another last ball result. Why not? Let's do it.
Beautiful. Look, that's it from semi-final day Friday. Tomorrow is the big day. Make sure to tune in, indoor.cricket.com.au, Australia's home of indoor cricket. Paul, thanks for joining us, and we'll all see you tomorrow. Good night. For the latest news, videos and exclusive content, visit indoor.cricket.com.au, Australia's home of indoor cricket.